This is Garrett Rice. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Callings.ai, and my presentation is on the importance of a job search funnel. Few backgrounds: the modern job hunt. For the average job seeker, it'll last 5 months or more. They'll have to spend 10 hours a week looking for a job. They'll submit at least 50 resumes on average to be a successful candidate. The average job post that they apply to will have 250 applicants. Currently, job seekers use 16 different tools and services on average in their job hunt, which we feel is because there's not a good one. And then the final thing is, when they've applied for a job, 75% of all the applications that are submitted are going to be rejected by applicant tracking systems or HR systems before they're ever seen by a human being. And so we believe that the modern job hunt is a sales process. And a few main concepts to keep in mind as I talk through this. Number one, you are the product and the salesperson, by the way. The company that you are applying to is the customer that you're selling to. Here are examples of some of the sales tools that you have at your disposal in this sales process. You have your LinkedIn profile, your resume, your cover letter, the endorsements from people who recommend you, potentially your GitHub or other type of portfolio system for presenting what you've done in the past. And then the final thing is, if you can get to an interview, that's when you make the sales pitch. So the classic sales funnel looks like this. At the top are prospects, and if they respond, they become leads. And that's the whole awareness system, which is that people know that you exist. And remember, most people don't. So in the job hunt, and I'll get through this, you need to make certain people are aware. Once they're aware of your existence, then you need to pitch your product, or you in this case, to get to the consideration phase. And there'll be a qualification process where they decide whether you're the right product that you're offering is qualified for them, and whether they as a customer are qualified for you. Then you need to propose and make your pitch and move to the intent process where you can negotiate as to whether or not they'll buy the product. And then hopefully you win it or get a decision. So that's the classic sales funnel. And here's what it looks like in the job search process. You have a job opportunities at the top, which is awareness of your existence. You make applications and network to get the consideration phase of your candidacy. If you can move to the interview phase, then you have intent. They now like you enough that they bring you in to interview you with the intent that they may buy your product. And then the final one is the decision point, which is whether or not you get an offer or not. And so that's the classic job search funnel. And the most important thing is, if you don't have a lot at the top, you're going to have nothing at the bottom, because everything reduces over time. You have more job opportunities than you apply to. You have more applications than you can network to. You have more networking than you have interviews for, and more interviews than you're going to get offers to. So that's the funnel. And if you fill it successfully, you will be successful as a job seeker. So we have broken this down in the job hunt process in terms of step by step into these steps. And our entire system, Callings.ai, is built on managing all of these steps for you and accelerating all of them. And at the top of it is, you have to know your product. You have to know yourself. You have to know how to pitch yourself and articulate yourself. If you don't have that, then you're not going to be successful. And remember, the resume is only one part of it. You need to find job opportunities. This is the prospecting phase. If you can't find jobs that you're qualified for, then you can't apply, and then you can't win if you don't play. You need to research those so you can familiarize yourself. Then you need to customize your pitch, which in this case is a resume and a cover letter, for every job opportunity that you apply to. And then you need to apply. You need to submit it and go through the whole application process so that you're in the system. But that doesn't mean much. Remember, almost all of those 250 applicants per job get rejected. And the reason why is they're just a piece of paper. You have to have somebody know you as a person. And this is where networking, step 6, comes in. You must outreach so that you can find people that know you, that will say to the hiring manager, go into that big stack of resumes and find Wayne Pratt. He is a great candidate. I highly recommend him. And then the resume becomes a real person. The hiring manager no longer has a big stack of resumes. He has Wayne Pratt as his candidate. And then hopefully they'll give you an interview, and then you need to prepare for the interview so that you can get to the point where they offer you the job. And so that's the workflow of a modern job. And Callings AI has built an entire platform for managing all of these steps in one place. We build and manage your job hunt funnel, and all the tools the job hunter needs are in one place, in one AI powered platform. And we include coaching and support as well. And our goal is to be comprehensive, personalized, and easy to use. So when you use our platform, it should be easy to get into, and you can build the funnel that I've just described to you. Here's a diagram on how, technically it works. I won't go into the details, but ultimately we use artificial intelligence and a lot of data to help build all of the pieces of your funnel more effectively for you. And then I want to talk about the compounding effect of a funnel. When you use Callings.ai, this is what we're aiming for. The average job hunt, as I described, in the last 5 months, that's 20 weeks. And if you exclude weekends, that's 100 days of effort that you can put into your job hunt. And if in those 100 days you make 5 job applications a day, you'll have a gigantic surface area at the top of your funnel, 500 job applications. And on our platform, this should be easy to do. We've studied it, and an average job seeker can make those 5 job applications in less than an hour on our platform. So you can do that and then spend the rest of the day doing whatever. Now, and this is the key thing, if you make those 500 job applications and you reach out to just 3 contacts per job, you will have reached out to 1,500 real human beings that you've sent a real personal message to, and that is enormous. We in Callings provide a tool to do this. When you apply for a job, we go and find 3 to 5 to 7 people per role that are connected with this job, the hiring manager, the recruiter, the person on the team. And we put all of those contacts right in front of you. We draft outreach messaging for you. And with a single click of the button, you can either email them or send a message to them on LinkedIn. And this is what we call targeted networking. And so here's the compounding effect. You start with 5 months of work and you end up with 1,500 connections that you've reached out to. And not all of them are going to respond. You don't need them all to. Because again, at the bottom of the funnel, you just need a few to recommend you so that you can get to the interview phase. And then you can shine by selling your product to the company. And that's the goal of a funnel. That's the compounding effect of the funnel. As I mentioned before, Albert Einstein said it best, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Compound effort in a sales funnel is the eighth wonder of the world for a job search. So that's it. You can find a video on our website, Callings.ai, showing you some of the aspects of this product so you can see it in action. Sign up using Callings.ai/K4B, and you'll get 30 days free on the platform so you can start your job hunt for free. And we'd love to help you find your next job.